Hey everyone, welcome to Aussie Homeschool Adventures. My name's Jo. Today I have for you a homeschool mum tag question and answer video. I was tagged by the lovely Tiffany at Hinterlife Homeschool. I'll leave a link to her video and her channel in my description box down below, and you can go and check out her answers to these questions as well. So question number 1, were you homeschooled? No, I was not homeschooled. I'm from Australia, and when I was growing up in Australia, homeschooling was not a thing. I didn't know anyone that was homeschooled. I'd never really even heard of it as a thing until I was probably high school aged. Otherwise, I probably would have wanted to have been homeschooled. I really didn't like school. I didn't enjoy it at all. I found it very hard. I had a lot of issues with being bullied and things like that. So I would love to have been homeschooled if it was a thing. But I'm a teacher's kid, so there was no way that was going to happen. My mum was a teacher. There was no way this kid wasn't going to school. Question 2. Did I always know I was going to homeschool my children? No. Like I said, I'm a teacher's child. As far as I knew, kids grew up and went to school. And that's what you did. It wasn't something that I ever thought I would have done. I didn't even really know about, like I said. I started researching it when my oldest was about 4.5, something like that. And we started her into the schooling system and it wasn't working. So that's when we started researching it. My 3 favorite books from my homeschool library. This was hard, guys. I have a huge library of homeschool books. And that's like asking me to choose a favorite child. I struggled. I looked at my bookcase and I ummed and ahed and I was like, really? Because I could have chosen like some of my teachers' books here. And so in the end, I've chosen these 3. And they're not like, yeah. I have more favorite publishers rather than favorite titles. So these 3 are all from 3 of my favorite publishers. So I've got this beautiful book from DK. I love DK books for kids. These are easily to find in Australia. They have great information that's like bite-sized and really nice pictures. So this one's got beautiful maps and photos and just nice bite-sized chunks of information about countries around the world. There's photos and illustrations. So it's a really nice mix of both real and illustrations, which I really like. So that's the DK Children's Atlas of the World. Lonely Planet Kids. These guys do some fantastic books. I have their ocean one. I've got a couple of their other animal ones. I've got their other travel book for around the world. I've got their animal atlas. I love them all. They're all beautifully illustrated, or actually no, mostly photos, and lots of great information. So these guys have like stunning photos. And really good information. A few illustrations in there, but mostly it's photos. So yeah, there's an illustration here on this one. But really, just beautiful books that have, yeah, great child-friendly information and really beautiful photographs that capture kids' attention. So that's Lonely Planet Kids, another one of my favorite publishers. And then my last one is this one. So this one is from Masterbooks. I love Masterbooks. I use a lot of their curriculum and a lot of their books as well. And this is another beautiful book. It is a little bit more American, but it doesn't discount from its quality. Big glossy pages, beautiful photos, great information. Yeah, we really enjoy these sorts of books. So yeah, this one for us as a Christian family is got the creation focus and the God stuff woven through it, which I really enjoy. It's not essential for my books, obviously, as I showed, the other 2 books aren't Christian ones at all, but it is nice to have a few of these on my resource shelf that are. So God's Big Book of Animals is my 3rd one. So from Masterbooks, another one of my favorite publishers. The other publisher I didn't show because I only had to do 3 was Usborne. I love Usborne books too. They're great. They're also a little bit harder to find in Australia. We don't have the Usborne book parties. If I did, I think I'd be in trouble. So I get most of my books from like Kmart or Book Depository, Big W, places like that. Question 4. Am I the only teacher? No. My husband teaches on a Friday when he doesn't work. So Fridays are his days off. So Friday he teaches my daughter coding. We do some science lessons together. He'll do other lessons as required. He helps out with the maths stuff as well. So no, I'm not. We also do classes without school sometimes. We do gymnastics classes at the moment with our local gymnastics academy. We've done that for the last 2 terms. So yeah, I am not the only teacher. Question 5. What is my favourite place to buy homeschool curriculum? I'd have to say my favourite place is generally the internet. I buy a lot of my stuff online. I buy a lot of stuff from Masterbooks, like I said. So they are an American company, but I can buy PDFs. So I buy and I print those. We've bought a few units from Gather Round and printed those here at home as well and used them. I buy workbooks through Big W sometimes, like handwriting books and stuff. I find them a cheaper place. I haven't bought anything from anywhere else really at this point in time. A few blog sites that I've gotten like freebies and stuff. Teachers Pay Teachers is another great place, and Twinkle has great stuff too. So I use both of those as places as well. That was my kids. They're playing. Hopefully not destroying my house. Question 6. Do I have a set budget for my homeschool? Not really, no. We try and get by as minimalistically as we can. We're a single income family, so we don't have a huge budget for most things. So we just do what we do when we can. A lot of my stuff will come out of like our tax return in the middle of the year. I'll put money away for that, to buy curriculum for the following year, to buy books, and things like that. Do I have a favorite? What is my favorite and least favorite subject to teach? My favorite subject to teach would probably have to be geography or history. I love history. I love learning about our past. So I've been using Story of the World to do that, and we really enjoy the stories in that book and learning about the history. And I love the geography stuff. The books like I showed earlier, learning about our world around us and learning about the cultures. We've just been doing we're doing a trial with some Gather Round stuff. So we've been doing the Asia unit, and we've just been learning about Singapore yesterday. And today I've got friends that actually live in Singapore that are locals. So we were talking with friends in Singapore this morning, and that was really cool. The girls getting to meet someone from another country via the internet. So that was really cool. My least favourite subject would have to be maths. I am not mathematically minded. My husband is, thankfully. So if there's anything that I'm not sure on, I default to him. Like I said, he teaches maths when I need him to. But yeah, I'm not a maths girl, but that's okay. I've learned a lot by teaching my girls. Question 9. Am I involved in any co-ops or homeschool groups? There's no co-ops that I found here on my local area that work for us as a family. We're a single car family as well as single income, so I don't have a car very often. I have it twice a week at the moment because we're doing gymnastics on a Thursday, and then Mondays we have netball training. Once netball finishes, and we're not probably continuing gymnastics next term, we just simply can't afford it. As much as I'd love to, it's just not within our means. So next term, I'm not sure what we'll be doing. I have dreams of starting co-ops and gathering of children together. I did try, it didn't take off. I might try again. Last year I didn't even attempt it with COVID. It just wasn't a thing. This year it's been a lot better here, but I still haven't just gotten there. I don't know. I can't believe it's June. This year I feel like I've just blinked and it's June and I'm still thinking like it's January and it's not. Question 10. What is your approach? Charlotte Mason, eclectic, classical, etc. I would say that I'm eclectic, really. We do a lot of bookwork stuff, so I'm a little bit traditional, classical in that regards. So we do master books, like I say, they are Charlotte Mason inspired. We do Story of the World, which is Charlotte Mason. So Charlotte Mason is that literacy based, lots of nature, which we live on a farm. There is lots of nature around us. We don't specifically go out and do nature hunts or nature journaling yet. I keep talking about doing it. I keep dreaming about doing it, but we haven't actually gotten there yet. It just hasn't worked. So it's on my list of things that I want to do with my kids. It's just getting them motivated sometimes. My girls are very chill and would, for the most part, play happily together all day, just doing their thing. And whilst I know people would say, oh, they could do that, and they'll still be learning, and you can do learning through play, and we can. And we do sometimes, and we do lots of stuff while they're playing, and we'll talk about things as well. But I still feel like they need a little bit of structure and a little bit of direction and guidance in their learning. Hence my eclectic, traditional sort of way. To a large extent, as long as we're doing our maths and our language arts sort of stuff, then I'm pretty happy that we're ticking off those core life skills for me. Being able to read and write, to add up and take away things that you need to be able to do as a functional member of adult society one day, especially if you're not someone that really struggles, like special needs, ASD kids. I get it, and there's grace for all of those kids, and I'm not judging or condemning anyone or anyone's children that unschooled or whatever. As far as I'm concerned, what works for you and your family is what works for you and your family. What works for us and my kids is what works for us. So everyone has their own different approach, and that's the way that it should be. It really should. It should be up to you and up to the individual parent, child, family combination to make that decision for them. So yeah, that was our last question. If you've got any other questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments box down below. I'm happy to do another Q&A style video. I'm even happy to drag my husband in if you'd like to ask him any questions about homeschooling, or we could do a rapid fire Q&A, my husband and I. I've done an interview with my children about homeschooling. I can leave that linked down below, and I'll put a card up here for it as well, so that you can check out that video that I shared. It shares a bit more about why we homeschool and what we really love about it. So yeah, I guess that's about it for this one. Yeah, thank you, Tiffany, for tagging me. Yeah, we love homeschooling. I love learning with my girls. I love doing all of this. So hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully it answered some of your questions about different things about me and about homeschooling. If you've got any others, like I said, leave them. Otherwise, please, if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends that might be interested. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up for me. It does help my channel to grow. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Have a great week, and thanks for watching. Bye.